Any lineup changes tonight, Dean?
Nope.
Sweet.
You guys know the situation day by day. Does it change anything for you guys at all when you get this close and it's almost right there, you can touch it?
No. We've conducted ourselves like that all year. We're going to continue to do that. Maybe it gets even tighter as far as shift by shift as opposed to game by game and day by day. That's what we want the guys to focus on, the start here tonight, and play our asses off and see what happens.
You talk about that shift by shift thing. The off days have turned into days of angst too now as you're watching other games, right? To see if you're still alive or not.
Nope. No. What are we going to do? What are we going to do about last night? Of course, we watch and check, and some guys check more, as we've talked about. Some guys watch more. Some guys don't. So, end of the day, we wake up this morning, we're still alive, and we got an opportunity, and we're going to try to take advantage of it here tonight.
Do you think? You've had a close group all year long. Do you think going through these last 2 weeks, the roller coaster and everything, adds to that somewhat even more?
I think
together.
I know you guys know, you've seen it, how tight they are. Speaks to our leadership group and our personalities in there and the team first, and it's been like that from day one. It really has. And is it enhanced a little bit through the year? Sure, it should be, right? You should get to know each other. You should become closer. You should be family atmosphere and all that. They've got each other's backs. They have all year. They'll continue to do that here tonight and moving forward.
It's been a number of games since you put Voronkov with Sillinger and Olivier. I would imagine since they're still together, it seems like you're happy with what you're getting. Has it been nice to just kind of see those three go to work the last week?
Well, it's nice to not fool around with the lines, right? We've talked about this before. I think there's 3 games and the 2 that we didn't score. You're tinkering with the lines and you're trying. We don't want to do that. I know a lot of coaches like doing that. I don't personally. You want to leave them together. Obviously, if you do, you're usually having success. So we're just. Do we like the chemistry of that line? Yeah. Do we like the way the makeup of our 4 lines, our 6D, and our goaltenders are playing right now? Yeah. It's the more we can leave it alone and let the players sort it out, the better off we're going to be.
I remember talking to Van Riemsdyk early on in the season, and he was saying when he came in here, really didn't know a whole lot, too many people, and other people had families or whatever, so he hung out with the young guys quite a bit and got to know them. He's on a line with 2 of the top young guys, with Fantilli and Johnson. What has he meant? We probably talked a couple times about what he's meant, but at this point in the season, you look back, what has JVR done for this group?
Well, a lot. His attitude is he's been in the lineup a little bit. He's conducted himself with why we went and got him and why Don Waddell wanted to have him here. He knew him. His attitude has been fantastic regardless if he's been in the lineup, out of the lineup, or, in the dressing room. So regardless of who he's hanging out with, he's been a great teammate. It's that line's been real good for us as of late.
Talk about chemistry with lines. Is there also, the longer Jet stays up here, a chemistry that develops between goaltender and his D, or goaltender and the entire
Sure,
team?
yeah, the communication. We're constantly showing clips of goalie handles and the calls, and I know that our not only our D but our players in general have communicated extremely well. I think that goes a long way in getting the heck out of our zone. If we can make easy and successful exchanges between goaltenders and the players, we can get up the ice and get into the offensive zone as opposed to spending time in our D zone.
Marty Sandler had a quote the other night that talking about pleasure versus pressure when it comes to a situation like this. From your standpoint, how do you treat this? How do you talk to the guys? Is it the pressure of the situation, or is it enjoy the moment because you still have a chance to get where you want to get to?
Well, the difference is we don't change how we've spoke from day one. So if you're constantly flipping back and forth and talking about different things, then you put stuff in play in people's heads. We're going about our business the same as we did from game one. Just because it's game 81 doesn't matter to us. We're going to go out and play. We're going to play hard, and again, we'll see where we sit.
And no lineup changes. I'm just confirming is Jets in goal tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just describe what the last couple of days have been like. I mean, since Washington, how much you guys have paid attention to what happened last night, and how much that impacts what's going on in your brain as you prepare for this one?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We were watching that game last night, hoping for that result to keep us alive, and that's what happened. So woke up and we're thrilled to, take care of business tonight and keep ourselves in it. And, obviously we're just focused on the game tonight at hand now, but, it's a good feeling waking up knowing you're still in it.
How much juice do you get from that in itself? Just saying, okay, still alive, let's go.
Yeah, a lot, obviously. The way we've been playing recently too, I think we're, deserve to be in the spot we're in, and just hopefully keep it going and, like I said, stay alive another day. So big result for our group last night in that game, but, we got to take care of business tonight.
What has Jet meant to this group?
Yeah, he's been unbelievable, obviously, as you've seen, and well-deserved first start of the week. But he came right in after playing the night before in Cleveland. He was outstanding in that game, and then back-to-back against Washington. Can't say enough good things about him, the way he conducts himself, the way he prepares, and how hard he works, and just such a great teammate. So he's given us a big boost of energy here.
I asked Dean a little bit about chemistry between a goaltender and the skaters, and he goes, yeah, it makes a big difference reading how he gets pucks to the defenseman, gets pucks out of the zone, really helps the whole process from the goal on out, right?
Yeah, big time. Obviously, you want to be able to communicate, and that's, like you said, kind of a little bit more for the D, just with the reads, with the dump-ins, and where to put pucks, and what he likes to, how he likes to play it, or how the D want him to play it. So, but other than that, I mean, he battles, extremely hard for us, and we want to do the same for him.
Just talk about the kind of juice you get from having a result like that happen and realizing, okay, we're going in tomorrow, we're still alive.
Yeah, a lot more than if it went the other way.
Yeah.
It was important. We needed some help in the standings. Chicago did us a favor last night, and now we got to take care of our end of the bargain.
What has Jet Greaves meant to this group here in the last 4 or 5 games?
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. He's settled the game down pretty quick. He's got a really good glove hand. He's able to corral pucks and freeze them. When there's some pressure on us, so that makes a big difference for us.
I asked Dean a little bit about the chemistry between him and all 6 UD and what a difference that makes, and he said it makes a huge difference in terms of getting out of the zone and getting the puck up the ice. If you just elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, he plays the puck very well. When he's got the puck on his stick, he can kind of go back and take an extra look, see where the next out is, where the next play is, and if all else fails, he can get it up high in the glass and put some pressure and get that battle up by the blue line. So it makes a big difference.
I also want to ask you about Jordan, out of the lineup forever and back in place too. How tough is that to do, and how impressed have you been with the way he's handled it?
Yeah, super difficult, and he's been great. He's got a great personality for that exact scenario. I mean, he just shows up and did his thing. He plays really hard for his stature, and he skates very well. So I think he's been excellent, and we need him to continue that tonight.
How tough is that to do, to get yourself up to game speed that quickly?
Yeah, I think it's really hard. For him, I guess, ask him that question, because it didn't seem like it was that difficult.